welcome back from a break of hopefully some relaxation. This is The Eye, and I'm your host, Cassie Carlson. While most of us had some time off, Illini sports were still putting in work on break. Here's what happened. Men's basketball battled at the NIT season tip-off tournament in Brooklyn, where they lost two tough games to West Virginia and Florida State. From the two games, they improved their field goal percentage by nearly 10%. They head to Miami to take on Virginia Commonwealth on Saturday. And football season is over after losing to in-state rival Northwestern. Wes Lunt threw for 377 yards in his last game as an Illini. Reggie Corbin ran for 70 with a touchdown, and Malik Turner had 164 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns. And while the first football season concludes under Lovie Smith with a 3-9 record, there are still many moments that we will remember.
Coach, captains were named today, voted on by players and coaches. What did those players demonstrate to show their leadership?
Well, there's an awful lot that goes into that. You know, we let the guys know in the spring we would be selecting 4 captains, so they had a chance to watch them since then. Spring ball, how they train, how they are in the meeting room, classroom. So that entails quite a bit, and to be selected is a pretty big honor, and that's why, we're excited, about Wes Lunt, Joe Spence on the offensive side of the football, and of course DeJuan Smoot, and Hardy Nickerson has only been here about a month, so to be selected, captain is pretty big.
How does it feel, man? Does it feel great? This is the feeling we want to have each week.
Coach, you've said that this team is not quite ready for prime time, but they'll get there. What did you learn from North Carolina that you're bringing onto this practice field?
Well, that there are some things we need to correct. Simple as that. Some things we can't do. Mainly, some of the penalties that really hurt us. Was really disappointed in how we played. I'm talking about finishing the fourth quarter. We'll get that right this week.
Coach, just coming off of the road victory at Rutgers, give any extra motivation and confidence to this team?
Well, the mood, of course, is a lot better when you win. It's hard winning football games, as simple as that. So the guys in a better state of mind, but that seemed like that was forever. Now it's on to the next week, and we have a good football team that we need to beat this week.
What has been your emphasis on the practice field preparing for Minnesota this week?
Improvement as much as anything. We finished this last game on a higher note than we started. We just want to build on that, get a fast start and finish up the game this week.
Coach, just coming off of the win against Michigan State, give this team a little added confidence going into Madison playing a top 10 Wisconsin team? Absolutely.
There's nothing like, having success and finding a way to win and winning in that fashion too. So, the practices this week should have a little bit more energy to them, and we'll need all that. We're playing an outstanding team.
Last week you talked about a 4-game season, obviously now down to 3. What does that do for the focus here at practice?
Well, it's kind of in front of us. We know what it is. We can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and we got to finish up a certain way. You're right, it was a 4-game series. Now there's 3 games. In order for that to happen, we need to be able to get this one, so all the focus is on Wisconsin. It's a process. You build a foundation first, and you start working from there. We're going to transition in recruiting immediately. We'll all, of course, stay in Chicago and start working, for that. It changed. Idea, but you need to go through a season to see where you are, and not just football team on the field, but just how we do everything. We know that. We have an idea of what we need to do, what direction we need to go in all areas. So this is a start. We're a 3-win team. We're able to get a couple of Big Ten wins, a few more that we were in position, but we weren't ready to compete at the highest level, which we will someday. That's where we are.
And when we come back, we'll hear from Illini men's basketball, who is well into their pre-conference season.
It's hard not to be a fan of a credit card that gives you more while saving you money every single day. The Illini Visa Rewards Card, available only through U of I Community Credit Union.
Hey Illini fans, I'm Lauren Mraz here with senior Tracy Abrams. Now Tracy, tomorrow night they're dedicating the State Farm Center officially. How have you seen the transition from all the different renovations over the past few years?
Obviously, it's been a great experience for me to just, be around and be a part of. But it's been great just watching everything being remodeled and the different type of styles and stuff that we have now compared to when it was the Assembly Hall. So I definitely appreciate it and grateful of it.
In last week in Brooklyn, you guys visited the 9/11 Memorial in New York while you were there. How was that experience for you, and what do you remember from the 9/11 experience?
That was I didn't expect to be feeling like that, but I was real eye-opening thing for me to see. I was probably in 3rd grade when it first happened, and all those type of memories just flashed back. I remember watching the news and stuff like that, so I just kind of had that, emotional feeling about it and just how many people lost their lives and stuff like that.
I'm here with senior Malcolm Hill. And Malcolm, last week in New York, you guys visited the 9/11 Memorial. Can you tell me what that experience was like for you?
It was a really humbling experience, especially just because, you've always heard about it and seen it, and to actually be there at the place it was at, to see the names of the people and like the firefighters' names and pictures. It was really sad, but it was a great experience.
And now you're coming back here tomorrow to host NC State, and they're dedicating the State Farm Center tomorrow night after all of the renovations. How have you seen the renovations change the arena over the past few years?
I've seen a lot, it changed a lot since my freshman year. They've done a great job in the locker room, and I think they made the environment much better for the fans' experience as well. So I think they did a great job with the renovation.
That wraps up the Eye for this week. Make sure to come back next week for the final episode of the semester where you'll find all your inside looks at Illinois athletics.